are shining a light on a group of Chicago-based women who have been walking together every Wednesday for the past 10 years with a focus on wellness, community, and intellectual stimulation.
Yeah, talk about being cool. They call themselves Book and Book. And as you'll see, there's no slowing them down.
We are Book and Book.
The first book is like a book that you read. Every week we read the cover story article from the New York Times Magazine. The second book refers to the speed, and we are booking as we keep a pace of about 14.5-minute miles.
In order to keep up with Jean, you have to keep a pretty fast pace in this group.
How far do we walk, Jean?
6 miles.
We used to do, I think, 8.
Yes.
Until about 3 or 4 years ago, and we were all like, okay, we might be getting a little too old for 8.
When I started, I reached out to friends who I knew liked to walk quickly, but they didn't have to know each other. I feel like it's a great way to connect on so many levels, and we've been meeting on a weekly basis every Wednesday morning for the past 10 years.
Even when you wake up and you're like, I don't really want to go walk 6 miles, you just feel inspired to get there because you're going to be so fed.
And we rarely miss a week. We walk with Chicago, we walk in rain, we walk in snow, we walk in every weather condition imaginable.
We always start off just talking about what's going on in our lives. You know, people have a lot going on with their families, their kids, their health, their parents, and then, of course, there is always the point in the walk where Jean says, "Who read the article?"
What's a major takeaway? We're really challenged by such a variety of topics. We have topics that deal with educational issues, political issues. AI is always one of the very interesting topics.
Well, there was the menopause one that hit a lot of us.
That's a really good one.
The part I like the most about when we read the articles is that the different perspective within our group. Sometimes I feel like, did I even read the same article? But because of just our different backgrounds, each one of us sees the article so differently.
We don't all see eye to eye on everything, but there's discourse and it stays supportive.
I look forward to that every single time. I'm like, I get to vent today about the headlines that I read or the things that I've heard, and it feels really good.
This is a special community where we not only get exercise, but we are friends and we share ideas and perspectives on things.
We live in the same community, but we're also different people. So sort of as we come together, it becomes a new version of community within our bigger community.
When I started this, I had no idea what it would look like in a month, in a year, and here we are 10 years later, and I think it's better than anything I had envisioned. There's not many things that we can continue on a consistent basis, and I think that's one thing that's particularly special about Book and Book. It's always there for us, and we're always there for it.
Oh, talk about being die-hard, walking in every element, rain, sleet, and snow. I love it.
Yeah, and Jean there is married to one of our producers there in Chicago. So cool to see her out there with her friends.